Hi everyone, it's Jan with What You Make It, and I am here to introduce you to the Creative Play series that I am going to be doing here on YouTube, and we may move it over to Ustream as well. We'll see how things go. This is a series that I've come up with as a result of the emails that some of you have sent me, really asking me the question, how is it that you got to be so fearless in your crafting or art making? And I love that question because you know what? I have asked that question of other artists myself. There was a point in time where everything that I did, I felt like I had to be absolutely sure that I was putting the paint in the right place or the paper in the right place, the stamp in the right place. And I was under what I call the paralysis of perfection. And I knew that really didn't help me as an artist, didn't help me as a crafter, whatever you like to think of yourself as. I needed to be fearless. I needed to have abandon when I am creating art. And so I became fairly intentional about trying to get over that fear of doing something wrong. And as a result, I kind of came up with this pledge that I did for myself. I made a little sign. It stays in my studio, and when I go into work, I take a look at it. I'll be honest, it's much easier for me now, but I use it as a reminder to always be seeking to just have fun and be creative out of the abandonment of my creative spirit, and not because I'm trying to come up with some perfect piece of art. Because in reality, I found very few perfect pieces of art that move me. It's the ones with the slight imperfections that intrigue my eye or tell me a story about the artist. And that's the kind of art that I want to create. So if you've ever taken one of my classes, and I've got to tell you, I would love to be wherever you are and all of us get to be in a class together, but this is the best way I can take that experience and bring it to you that are here on YouTube and not necessarily near where I live. And before we ever start a class, we always do what I call the pledge. And my students, if I even think about forgetting it, they remind me, because it actually is kind of a fun thing. So what we do is I have everybody, before the class starts, take their favorite crafting tool, and it really doesn't matter. It can be a pen or a pair of scissors, anything, just kind of as a reminder that they have something physical in their hand. And then together we say the pledge. And this is it. I am an artist. For the next few hours or minutes, I pledge to forget about perfection and focus on having fun. I can spill paint, smear ink, and tear my paper, and I will still be an artist. I can't make a mistake. It is all fixable. And when I am done, I will have a work of art, because I am an artist. And I put that up on the screen while I was saying that to you, in case for any reason you might want a copy of that. Just send me a private message and I will be with your email, and I'll be happy to send you a JPEG of that if it would be helpful for you. So I just am here to introduce this series called Creative Play, because creative play for me is the way that I got around and over that paralysis of perfection. You all have seen me at different times show you things that I have created when I say I was just playing. And here's a few of those. You know, the thing about creative play is when you're done, whether you've done it for a few minutes or for an hour or so, you either can create something out of it or you can throw it away. So there is kind of a freedom that comes from realizing that you don't have to show anybody what you do during the next few minutes. And I love just seeing what various inks, papers, paint, glue, glitter, whatever they do together. And so, you know, I start out usually with a piece of paper that is either maybe a tag the size of an ATC, different materials, whatever it is, I start out with it and I just start playing. And when I have finished playing a little bit, sometimes these bits and pieces of paper I'm able to turn into something that is my little piece of art. An ATC is a great place to try these things out, or you can cut them down and make something out of them. And then, for my own good, I go take something that I've made and I put it on the refrigerator. Might sound kind of silly, but you know, when we were 5 years old, everything we created was a work of art, and we just absolutely knew that it was refrigerator worthy when we took it to our mom or our dad. And somewhere along the way, we forgot that we were artists. When we were 5, we knew we were. Somewhere, we forgot that we were artists. So I wanted to introduce this creative series. I'm just going to invite you into my studio while I am playing. And I hope that it will inspire you to play along, and perhaps all of us will get over the paralysis of perfection and just have fun making art. Because you know what? You, my friend, are an artist. I'll see you in the studio for our first creative series. I'm looking forward to meeting you there. Save some time this week for some creative play.